You're not saying I'm clumsy, are you? I am quite agile, Herman.
I'm in charge here, and if anything happened to you, I'd get blamed.
I'm gonna try it, Herman.
Wait! At least let me get close so that if you fall in...
Here I go.
Yo, don't do it! Don't do it! Yo!
Now they'll make
Yo,
me
holy
fix the
shit,
broom.
he's dead! Oh, he dead for sure!
There is no doubt that adventure games were a big part in the early years of computer gaming. The early adventure games were, let's just say they were books. Okay, that's a bit of an overstatement, but still, they were just walls of text. Later down the line, adventure games would get some graphical upgrades to replace those walls of text. Wow. Just look at those graphics. Yeah, this doesn't look really good graphic-wise, but keep in mind, this was made in the 80s to early 90s. These types of games had one glaring issue, and that was the gameplay. You had to type in the actions you wanted the character to do, and this was a little bit finicky. You had to type in the exact thing it would let you do. This would cause major frustration for players. Then someone came up with an idea one day. They thought, hey, wait a minute. We have mice. What if we used it for adventure games? Then players can point and click. Point and click. Point, click, point, click. Oh crap, I just deleted all my directory files. When point and click style adventure games became popular, there were two companies who were essentially the big shots of the market, LucasArts and Sierra, even though they started with text-based games. However, there was one other company that was rising up. That company was Westwood, who was most well known for the Command & Conquer series, as well as the Blade Runner game. But we aren't talking about Blade Runner today. I mean, if you read the title of the video, you'd probably know that. No, today we're talking about Legend of Kyrandia. Only book 1, though, because I haven't played the other 2 games yet. Let me just say this. This is a pretty good game. It does have some problems, but we'll get to those in the review. Another thing I wanted to address before I get into this review is that there will be a spoiler section. But I will tell you when the really major spoilers are coming. With that said, let's get into the review. The game starts with this intro cinematic, which basically tells us what's going on in the land of Kyrandia. An evil jester who is named Malcolm has escaped from somewhere. The game doesn't really say where he escaped from.
Malcolm the Jester is broken free. He now controls the Kyra gem.
But that's not important. What is important is that he has the Kyra gem, which is the source of all magic in the land of Kyrandia. Oh, also, he killed the king and the queen, so that puts him up 2 places on the evil chart.
But I shall give fair warning. Don't jump on that tree. Ooh. 'Tis funnier that way, is it not?
I mean, no wonder he's evil. Just look at that face. No, crap, wrong Malcolm. Look at that evil jester. It almost reminds me of someone. But I can't put my finger on who it was. I got it!
He said the boogeyman's coming.
Oh, my child, the boogeyman is here!
Oh. Yes, the boogeyman. Anyway, an old man with a sick beard is writing a letter to a lady named Bryn about Malcolm's escape. If he has a sick beard, it only means one thing. He's from Duck Dynasty. Nah, just kidding. He's a wizard. As soon as he's finished, Malcolm comes in and turns the wizard, who is named Calic, into stone, but not his eyes.
Now you are stone, yet I leave your eyes. I shed no tears for Kyrandia, but cannot deny you yours.
Geez, I didn't expect the Kyra gem to give Malcolm frickin' Medusa powers, but it did. After that unfortunate event, our main character, Brandon, comes home to see his grandfather cast in stone. Now, Brandon is, well...
You know, Herman? I think I can make it across.
Yeah, let's just say he's very special. After this shocking discovery, the treehouse speaks to Brandon. It basically says that the land is dying from some sort of evil magic in the kingdom, and Brandon must stop it, because it's his destiny.
What? Why me?
You have been chosen, grandson of Calic. Your destiny was forged before your birth.
Oh! The plot has something to do with the main character's destiny. How original. Whatever, that isn't a really big negative towards the game. I'll let it slide. The big negative comes later. So, after the talk with the treehouse, Brandon goes to see Bryn. Brandon goes to Bryn because he found the letter that was addressed to her, but there's nothing written on it. She looks at it, and she uses her magic, and the letter has something written on it. What did Calic use to write this letter with? Invisible ink? No, apparently it was enchanted. So he had enough time to enchant the letter before Malcolm got in the house and cast him the stone. Okay. I'm not going to question it. She tells Brandon to look at it, and it's basically the same thing as what he wrote in the intro. Calic wrote to Bryn about Malcolm, and that she needs to help Brandon with finding an amulet. She tells Brandon to find a lavender rose, and also tells him that they need to defeat Malcolm in order to free Calic. So, Brandon sets forth on the quest to find the lavender rose. I feel like now is a good time to talk about the gameplay, since what we're going to do now is dealing with inventory. Well, it's in point and click. You just point, and then you click. However, it does some things differently than other point and clicks. One major difference is the inventory. In most adventure games, you can pick up certain objects and put them in your inventory. The inventory is usually unlimited to how much objects can be held in it. In this game, there are only 10 inventory spots. That's it. That may seem like a problem at first glance, but you can put down objects at any screen and they will stay there. This is really helpful, especially later in the game. There is another gameplay feature that is different, and that's the magic system. Once you give Bryn the rose, she makes it into a silver one, or some people say it's a white one. I don't care. I'm saying it's silver, because it's more magical that way. Brandon then uses this on the altar in the wilderness, which has a marble missing. So then Brandon uses a water droplet on a tree to revive it, and then some kid shows up, and he's like, "Hey man, you probably are like 20 years older than me. But can you chase me? So Brandon does, and scares the living heck out of the kid to get the frickin' marble.
Thought I'd sneak around the other way, huh?
All that to get an amulet. Sorry about the little deviation of that subject. I had to give you guys some background on where to get the amulet. The amulet gives Brandon some magical abilities, which you have to earn. The first one being a healing power.
Amazing. The effects of the poison are gone.
That's a little further into the game, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. By the way, I'm going to go over major plot points for the rest of the video. If I was going to talk about every single event that happens to Brandon during the game, I'd be here for hours. The only other thing that I would maybe talk about is some of the funny moments, but not all the funny moments, because I feel like you would have to experience them for yourself to get a kick out of them. So, with that said, let's get back into the video. Yes. Anyways, if we command Brandon to walk to Bryn's place, we see that she has disappeared.
Bryn? Bryn! She's gone.
Ooh, mysterious. I wonder what happened to her. It could possibly be about the evil jester or anything. No, I don't think it is. Maybe she just went out and to Whole Foods and just got some kale. So Brandon goes to a cave, and we see that the bridge is out of order. He talks to the repairman, Herman, and he says that he can't repair it because he doesn't have a saw. So Brandon gives him his grandfather's saw, and he cuts down a tree.
That's a pretty old saw.
It's the only musical instrument Grandfather knows how to play.
Yeah.
After a while, the bridge is repaired. But Herman doesn't have the saw. So he gets it. He is never seen again. Or is he? Brandon crosses the bridge and goes to Darm's hut. Darm is, an old wizard. That's the bulk of his character.
Are you taking orders for cheese?
Senile old wizard. Oh, by the way, Spyro the Dragon has been hitting it hard on those steroids.
The one on a quest to overthrow Malcolm's power.
Or maybe he's been hitting it hard with the estrogen? Is he transgender now? Maybe I should stop asking these questions. Especially since Darm asked us to find a quill. We go out to find the quill, and this might be a good time to talk about the art design, since there are some beautiful sections in this part. I mean, wow. The art design in this game is really good. Most of these screens look freaking incredible. Even if it's a screen that has nothing important about it, it still looks amazing. The only time where the art design isn't that great in this game is the second cave. But we'll get to that. We need to get back to finding that quill. I'm not going to say all the things that happen in this little journey, but I will say that Brandon gets his first power, healing, and heals the bird. We go back to Darm with the quill, and he tells Brandon to find his birthstones.
He must find his birthstones.
Mirth cones? You mean birthstones?
We do, and we get, drumroll please, a flute. Great. Just what Kyrandia needs. A mad jester and someone who is about to be Pied Piper with all the little kids in the land. Okay, I'm only saying that because of what happened earlier. I have no evidence to say that Brandon is a pedophile. I guess I can never live my dream of becoming a detective. My dream is ruined. Dang it. Oh well, I'll just play L.A. Noir.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand? Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
After he gets the flute, Brandon goes to the second cave, which looks metal. And this is where he first meets Malcolm.
What the heck is that?
So, you're the hero thrown against me. Were there none to test me better? Or do you believe in old Bryn's lies?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you anymore, Malcolm. So I'm just gonna. Oh, I see. Well, at least this brings up another thing I want to talk about, which is the unique ways you can die. Back in the early days of point and clicks, LucasArts and Sierra did things differently when it came to death. LucasArts didn't really want to make players fail or die in their games, while Sierra raised the middle finger and put in many ways to die. That's all I really know about Sierra, because I haven't played any of their other point clicks yet. However, I will say that Westwood kind of did the Sierra route. Some of these death scenes are really creative, like this one.
This heat is pretty intense. But not a problem. I'm burning!
There aren't a ton of death scenes, but I really did enjoy most of them. Most of them? Why not all of them? Well, that leads me into my next point, which is the cave. You see, even though it has a badass entrance, it really sucks. After Brandon throws the knife back at the evil jester, which is such a smart idea. Really smart idea. Really smart idea there, Brandon. He uses his flute to break the ice and enters the cave. And when he gets deep into this cave, this happens.
Oh.
Now, some of you may think that this is no big deal. But it is. Because you have to go through the worst part of this game. The cave maze. Oh man, this is an annoying part to get through. What you're supposed to do is go through the maze with these fire berries. And you have to find some stones for opening this mechanism for the gate, as well as a way to free these will-o-wisps and this key. The problem is that these fire berries disintegrate after 3 screen changes. And if you go into a screen where there is no bush and is completely dark, you die. And once you bring it in the fact that most of these screens look like one another, it really gets freaking annoying. Almost all people who play this game agree that this is the worst part of it. You would probably get really lost if you didn't make a map, or look at a map someone else made, which is what I did. Now, some of you may be mad at me for that, but I wanted to get through this part as quickly as possible so I can get to the rest of the game, because it does get a lot better after this. The only thing I like about the caves is some of the music. But this game has really good music anyway. Just listen to these songs. that just makes me want to go on an adventure. In fact, I might go on one.
Nope. Nope.
I don't think adventuring was a wise decision right now. I'm just gonna keep listening to this music. Ouch! Oh, that could have blown my eardrums out. I didn't edit that in. That was from the game. That's the only bad thing I have about the music and the audio in general, is that it does that sometimes. And it hurts. I really hate it when it does that. But I understand why it does that, because it is an old DOSBox game. Well, I guess we should go on with the review and not linger on that tiny mishap. So, after Brandon helps the Will-O-Wisps, he gets the power of the Will-O-Wisp. And this helps him get out of the cave. When he goes out, he gets knocked out. Oh, did Malcolm knock him out? No, a tree did. Because of this.
If there's a merchant near here, I'll get new socks.
Yeah, what a good time to think about new socks, Brandon. Right in the middle of an adventure to stop an evil magical jester. Unfortunately, for those who don't want spoilers about the second half of the game, I'm gonna say sayonara. In my opinion, this game is worth playing, and I do recommend you play this game. It's on GOG. It's really cheap on GOG, as well as the sequels. I haven't played them. I'm sure they're good. Buy them if you want, or just look it up on YouTube. I recommend it. Just make sure you make a map when you're in the cave system, or look at an online map, because it is a pain to do without a map. So, I hope you spoiler-free people have a good rest of your day, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'll give you a couple more seconds before I go into spoiler territory. Alright, let's get into the rest of the game. Brandon awakens in this strange hut, and he meets the last mage, Xanthia. She is currently washing her clothes in the cauldron. No, I'm serious.
So, what's in the cauldron? A potion for time travel?
No, this is my laundry.
Oh.
See? I told you! I told you! She tells Brandon about why he is the one who needs to defeat Malcolm. You want to know why he's the chosen one? Well, he is the Prince of Kyrandia.
Okay, I'll give you what I can, but I don't care if you are the prince. I'm not giving up my wardrobe spell or my enchanted aquarium.
The prince?
It's pretty cliche, honestly. But whatever. I'll let it slide again. So after that twist, Xanthia sends Brandon to go to the enchanted fountain to fill a flask. The fountain is actually right next to her house, so that was an easy quest. Wait.
Perhaps some hide and seek will amuse us both. If you need water, you'll have to fix the fountain first. I cannot tell you where to look, for that is neither fair nor fun.
Oh, gosh dang it. Oh, fiddlesticks.
So much for
Frickin'
enchantment.
great. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, heck you. Malcolm, heck you. Yes, Malcolm ruins the fountain. We find the part of the fountain in a burning tree and use the piece to fix it. Brandon drinks from the fountain and gets another power. This spell. Also, we get some blueberries. You can't forget the blueberries. They're not poisonous. Hopefully. Hopefully. When he comes back, Xanthia has disappeared. Seems to be a bit of a trend going on here. This leads into a potion puzzle, which is a lot better than the cave. A lot better than the cave. You just need to find some items that have a primary color, yellow, red, blue, and put them into the pot. And use a flask on the pot. Then you go to this green gem to combine the two primary color potions to make a secondary color potion. For the love of God, don't mix blue and yellow. Bad things will happen with that green potion.
Can't breathe.
What you're supposed to do is make an orange potion and a purple potion. Wait, is that the Holy Grail? Let me use my blue power. And, hey! That thing stole the Holy Grail! Get in the name of Jesus! Oh, he went into this house. It's too small. I wonder what this purple potion does.
Little.
Oh, ha! Now I can come in there and kick your butt. For the name of Jesus! Wait, I don't think that's a wise choice. Because I don't know if Jesus would like that. Here, I'll trade you this apple for it. After you get the goblet, it is a goblet, not the Holy Grail, just so you know. You go to this platform and use Will-O-Wisp. Well, I guess I know why Willie shouldn't be free now. Anyway, use the orange potion and you will turn into a unicorn. Heck yeah. Now you can get to the island. Wait, let me grab this flower. Maybe red flowers are Malcolm's weakness. You never know. So we go to the island and we see a grave. This is the Queen's grave, by the way. Well, Mom, I guess I can put this flower on your grave, but I don't know what it would do. Oh, okay. Ghost Mom. Thanks for this new power. I crapped my pants just now. I'm scared of ghosts. Let me just go into this castle and forget about that.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Dang it! After we use this last power, which is invisibility, we go into the castle. This is where stuff gets real. I mean, not really real since this is a fantasy game, but you know what I mean. We see Malcolm again, and he basically says, "You can't leave here because you will die in this place." Ah, you're phony. Shut up, man. I don't care. We go upstairs.
Very big stairs.
And there's our old buddy Herman.
Brandon, I have your saw.
That's okay, Herman. You can keep it.
But I sharpened it just for you.
You look kind of green, buddy. You know what? I'm gonna go, man. I don't want to get sick, so dang it. Okay, let me heal your sickness. Aw, he's so sleepy now. The objective of this final part is to find the royal crown and scepter and get into the Kyrandia room. Oh no, Brandon's stoned now. As well as Darm and Xanthia. Who could have possibly guessed this would happen? This is such a surprise to me. You can tell by the tone of my voice. Kids, don't do weed. it will make you stoned. Anyway, we find the things we need and get into the Kyber Gem room. At least after Brandon decks Malcolm in the face.
Don't push me again, old man.
An ultimatum? Here's the push.
Yeah.
Jerk.
Screw you, you jester. I'm sorry, Malcolm. I didn't mean it. Ah! Dang it. Well, I'm going to go invisible. And you can't kill me because I am invisible. Ha ha. Looks like you weren't very perceptive. Get it? Because I went invisible and there's a mirror. Okay, whatever. At least that was the last thing we needed to do in order to beat the game. After that, we go back to Calic's house, and he is now free from his stoned state. Then Brandon says this.
As my first royal proclamation, I name sandals as the official footwear of Kyrandia.
Okay, and that's it. That's the end of the game. I really do like this game, even though the cave is god-awful, as well as some minor technical hiccups. The story is cliche, but I didn't really care because the gameplay was there, the music was really good, and the art style was freaking amazing. And most of the gags were pretty funny. In fact, I didn't even show you guys all of them. Even after I kicked the spoiler-free guys out, I didn't show you all of them. I did this on purpose because I think that they would be funnier if you experienced them for yourselves. And I would really recommend this game to all of you. Even if you are new to point and clicks, it's pretty cheap on GOG. I don't remember how much it was, but I know it was cheap. So what are you waiting for? Go get it. It's probably one of the best hidden gems of the point and click genre. Now, if you'll excuse me, I feel like punching a clown right now. I don't know why I want to do that, but I want to. Preferably one who has purple and yellow clothes.